Good morning, everybody. It is 9 a.m., 42 degrees to start your Friday morning. And yeah, we have a half hour left of Daybreak here on WGRZ Plus. Patrick, how is it up on the roof right now? Is it still misting, drizzly, yucky?
Yeah, yucky. I think that's the best word. Yeah, a little mist.
The official meteorological term.
It works. It applies here. We've got clouds and a little drizzle, Melissa, as you mentioned, and a bit of a breeze, so kind of raw out there. As we take a look, and you'll see not much showing up on radar. You know, it's kind of hard to track. Just a little. See that little drizzle moving through Buffalo right now, out towards Gettsville and Batavia. On the thruway, it's probably pretty damp leaving Buffalo. So again, no heavy rain is falling, just mist. For the drizzle. For the end of the day today, cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 40s, close to 50. 46 in Jamestown, 48 in Buffalo, 48 in the Falls. Now, this is for tomorrow morning. There will be some rain and snow showers traveling south of the area, primarily in northern Pennsylvania. Will be colder tomorrow morning, though the afternoon looks decent, mostly partly cloudy to mostly sunny tomorrow with decreasing clouds, low 40s. Now for Sunday, it looks like we'll see temperatures in the 40s as well. All right, peaking to next week, Wednesday. Let's say leading up to Thanksgiving, warm enough for rain. That's Wednesday morning. The cold air arrives, I think, during the day Wednesday, so temperatures will be falling. It will get breezy, and there will be some lake effect snow showers, Melissa, on Thanksgiving Day. The turkey trot looks a little chilly too, so heads up for that. I'm trying to think, what you ran in the turkey trot last year. What was it like? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was cloudy. It was not that
Not that cold, yeah. This one will be colder. So if you're wearing the Chewbacca outfit or carrying the canoe, just be, heads up.
It's the people in the Speedos that are not going to be too happy, and there are some of them.
Yes, in the cold in the Speedos, they'll be running fast.
They certainly will. All right, Patrick.
All right.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
All right, switching now to our top news stories this morning. Our coverage continues in what is the largest wrongful conviction settlement in our nation's history if it goes through. As we told you yesterday, Daryl Boyd's estate was awarded an $80 million judgment. Boyd was a member of what became known as the Buffalo Five. 5 teenagers wrongfully convicted of a 1976 murder. 2 on your side's Claudine Ewing spoke with Boyd's family about what that verdict means for them.
Daryl Boyd was one of what would be known as the Buffalo Five. 5 teens wrongfully convicted of a 1976 murder on Fillmore Avenue. It took jurors about an hour to come back with an $80 million verdict for the estate of Daryl Boyd.
This was the moment my uncle had been waiting for since the day he got locked up at 16.
His 83-year-old mother never gave up.
Well, it made me feel great, but and look at all this thing they had to go through to get this. For no reason.
She remembers the day her son was picked up for the murder of William Crawford on Fillmore Avenue. He spent over 2 decades behind bars and on strict parole. He died of cancer earlier this year. The trial revealed problems with police and the DA's office in the 70s.
19 pieces of Brady evidence that was withheld from his original trial back in 1977.
Boyd's estate proved the prosecutor committed misconduct with inappropriate remarks during closing arguments, and jurors awarded the estate.
You can't put a number on what's right, but $80 million definitely is something that we're grateful for.
The county attorney says they will appeal, but first they will make post-trial motions, which includes a request to reduce the judgment.
After seeing everything laid out, and if you were the jury having all this information in 1977, if you had all this information laid out in front of you, what would you say?
On your side in Buffalo, Claudine Ewing, Channel 2 News.
And as for another court case that we've been following closely, there were intense moments in the courtroom yesterday as the man who admitted to a pair of murders heard his sentence.
I can honestly say that you should never see the light of day. Evil. That is the one word that sums up this case.
62-year-old Richard Fox will serve 2 consecutive sentences of 20 years to life in prison. He admitted to murdering Cassandra Watson between 2003 and 2004 in the city of Buffalo and Marquita Mull in June of 2021. And both of their bodies were found along a Chautauqua County trail.
One thing I still believe to this day, Cassandra Watson and Marquita are together, sisters dancing in heaven. He put them together for a reason. It's Victoria's Day. It's a hurtful day, like my sister said in court. It's a bittersweet day because we don't have Marquita anymore. Cassandra and them don't have, her family don't have her anymore. So they dancing in heaven and they looking down on us.
Now, earlier this year, police also discovered human remains in Fox's former Niagara Falls home. He is a person of interest in that case, and that investigation continues. Police confiscated several guns from the home of a UB student after he allegedly threatened to shoot up the school. Two students say they overheard Jacob Cassidy claim that he had an assault rifle in his backpack and described targeting victims before police could arrive. Now, authorities filed a red flag order preventing Cassidy from possessing firearms. UB says the weapons were confiscated as a precaution and there is no ongoing threat to the campus community. Leaders in Buffalo are trying something new to address gun violence. Take a look at the group involved in the first ever community roundtable held by the city's new Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Last night's meeting brought together police, nonprofits, and neighbors to the same table. The goal was to hear feedback from community partners to help build a database. And one of the big goals was also to make sure that young people had their experience heard.
A lot of the parents need to be more opening to the ear, because what happens is when a youth tries to explain to the parents what's going on in their day-to-day life, the parents, they already live their life. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, oh, you don't know anything about stress. You don't know anything about this and that. But spiritually and mentally, that's pushing that child away.
We want to make sure that our communities are safer, and we want to make sure that people who are doing community violence intervention work are collaborating and getting access to resources that they need to make their work better. So there's a lot more work to be done. That number is not 0 yet. So we're trending downward, which is excellent, but there's still a lot more work to be done.
And this was the first of many roundtables. The next steps include training like trauma-informed care and then deployment. Gar says she wants to hear from young people and says that she is open to talking if you see her out and about, and you can also reach out to her office. We have a somewhat disturbing update about the vandalism that we told you about at the terrace at Delaware Park. And we first showed you the video of kids doing thousands of dollars in damage in October. And now police say a 39-year-old woman allowed them to do it. Police say an 11-year-old was seen smashing windows at the terrace with other kids. And the girl was also suspected of doing more damage elsewhere. Officers recognized the girl at the Tops on Elmwood on Wednesday as she was waiting to be picked up by 39-year-old Stacy Matthews. Police say that woman actually drove the girl and other kids ages 10 to 16 to vandalize the terrace 4 times, as well as to damage cars on Dearborn Street and scatter trash at the Tops, all when they were supposed to be in her care. Matthews is now facing a long list of charges, including felony criminal mischief and child endangerment. To national news this morning, there is fallout in Congress as President Donald Trump blasted and accused several Democrats of sedition and suggested that they could be put to death. Those lawmakers posted a video encouraging members of the military not to follow illegal orders. The White House is downplaying the president's comments and calling on the Democrats' message dangerous. NBC's Ellis Barr has the latest from Washington.
Hi there. Reaction to President Trump's comments is pouring in from Capitol Hill with mounting anger among Democrats who say their colleagues' lives are at risk, while Republicans largely back the president and the White House is not backing down. This morning, outrage after President Trump suggested 6 Democratic lawmakers could face execution for posting this video urging members of the military to disobey what they called illegal orders.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders. you can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
The lawmakers, all veterans of the military or intelligence community, accusing the Trump administration of
pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
President Trump responding, quote, seditious behavior from traitors, lock them up, and seditious behavior punishable by death. He later reposted a comment from someone writing, hang them, George Washington would. By Thursday evening, one Democrat in the video, Senator Alyssa Slotkin, said she'd received close to 1,000 new threats and now has 24/7 security.
I'm worried about the safety of my staff, of my family, and obviously for myself.
Senator Mark Kelly, whose wife was nearly assassinated in 2011, voiced the same concerns while defending the lawmakers' message.
There is nothing more American than standing up for the Constitution. That's what we were doing.
Does the president want to execute members of Congress?
No.
The White House saying the president has given no illegal orders and calling the Democrats' message dangerous.
The sanctity of our military rests on the chain of command. And if that chain of command is broken, it can lead to people getting killed. It can lead to chaos.
Growing fallout in a high-stakes war of words. We may hear directly from President Trump on this today as he hosts the mayor-elect of New York City at the White House. The president has frequently denounced the Democratic Socialist Zoran Mamdani, calling him a communist. Mamdani said he asked for the meeting to focus on affordability. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Stay with us. We're going to take a quick break and we'll talk Bills and Sabres and much more coming up after the break. Welcome back, everybody. 9:13 on Daybreak, and it was a mess in the beginning and a nail-biter at the end for Bills fans.
Now they bring Shakir back into the backfield, flare him out. Allen throws off his back foot, short, picked at the 9-yard line.
I can't watch it again. I don't want to watch it anymore. That interception sealed the win for the Texans. Final score 23-19. Really tough game, literally, for Josh Allen. He took hit after hit, 12 hits in all, 8 sacks, the most ever in his career. The defense just not doing enough on its side of the ball either. Channel 2 Sports Director John Scott has more from NRG Stadium in Houston.
The Bills didn't just get beat, they got beaten by the Texans. Josh Allen sacked a career-high 8 times, hit 12 times, with Houston showing exactly why they are the top-ranked defense in all of the NFL. Add in 3 Bills turnovers and a missed extra point, and that's quite a messy recipe to lose.
They hit their quarterback 12 times. You know, that's I don't like that. I don't like that stat at all. And it's not a healthy way to play or a healthy way to keep our quarterback healthy through the remainder of the season. So that's just not a good formula right there.
It's not fun. I ran into a couple myself. I got to be better with throwing the ball away and living to see another down and letting us play some situational football and pinning them deep. And too many times I was going backwards, and I got to be better on that.
It'll be a tough night, all right? You know, probably won't be able to sleep. You know, like when I see the kid get hit and he rolls around all hurt and stuff like that. You know, it's a tough day for the boys. Like, that's like our little and big brother, you know, and it sucks, man.
We kind of knew what they had going on. We just, again, man on man, just didn't win. Just put the team in bad spots a couple times. It's on all of us, so just gotta be better.
Bills with a bit of a mini bye week before heading to Pittsburgh next weekend to face the Steelers in a critical AFC matchup. From Houston, John Scott, Channel 2 Sports.
They need that mini bye week to heal up a little bit.
Where was Josh Palmer? Who else do we got to throw to? Well, of course, we had a lot of injuries.
So many injuries.
I mean, you have Kincaid, you have, Shakir was kind of hobbled a little bit. Curtis Samuel, who's been on IR since, forever. And
then McDermott still chose to keep Keon Coleman out of the game despite needing more people to throw to.
Right.
So that was an interesting decision there. But gosh, what was your reaction when you saw Josh Allen go down?
Like, my whole life went in front of me, right? My football life, because you hate to think that one team is focused on one player, right?
But it is.
But it is. Let's be real. So when he, just to see him pop back up. Oh, I think they went to commercial break.
Right.
It's like, oh my God, Al Michaels. No, you don't go to commercial when our man is down. Right.
I want to see every single moment of how he stands up, how he walks off.
Exactly.
What are they saying to him?
Can you imagine if they had come back and the cart's coming out? Sorry, I don't mean to put these negative images in your mind. He's fine.
But he really was flailing a lot on the ground and moving his legs, and he didn't know if he broke a wrist or whether it was an Achilles or an ACL.
Right.
And then he just walks off the field and shakes his hand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was gut wrenching for not only the two.
Right. And then they kept cutting to Trubisky. I'm like, imagine what's going on in that guy's mind at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so playoff chances for the Bills.
Still at like 80%?
86%.
Right. But, I mean, we can pretty much guarantee it's going to be a road game.
Yeah.
Not going to have the home field advantage. And
right.
But I think we will be seeded with, teams that are more manageable. Kind of like last year. We had our first game was against, I think, Pittsburgh or Denver, I think. I can't remember. But my point is, the path isn't as easy, though, as it appeared.
No. And it'll make the final game at Highmark Stadium that much more exciting for fans in the regular season.
Right.
So, there are some games on the schedule that look winnable, others that are tricky, although we thought Miami was a very winnable game also, and look at how that worked out. So,
have we won a road game?
It doesn't feel that way. I'm glad I haven't traveled to any, because I would be really upset if I was spending all that money on a flight and a hotel.
Well, no, we beat
tickets.
the Jets right? Didn't we?
Yeah.
Moving on. Anyway, the record, though, interestingly enough, is very similar to what we've had over the past few seasons. We haven't had, last year, I believe, the year before. So our record is still okay, but it's just we don't look right.
Right, but you also expected to have a stronger first part of the season and a weaker second half of the season because of what the teams look like, and it just isn't that way.
Right.
So hopefully, there's still time to ramp it up and find their groove a little bit. Also, Bill's scheduling update. This makes a lot of people happy because I love 1 o'clock games. NFL has moved the Bills game against the Bengals in Week 14 to a 1 p.m. start. That game is at home in Orchard Park. Little over 2 weeks on Sunday, December 7th. It was originally scheduled to be a 4:25 kickoff, but the NFL moving the Bears-Packers into that time slot instead. Joe Burrow is expected to be healthy for this matchup for Cincinnati, so it'll be the first Bills-Bengals game since Buffalo's 24-18 loss in Cincy 2 seasons ago.
In a day that looked like today. Do you remember that? But it was more flurries, but it was cold, it was damp. The Bengals came to town. They beat us in the playoffs. Allen looked kind of dejected.
We were talking about the Bills in Cincy.
Oh, I thought you said the last time they played Cincy. The last time they played Cincy.
Can we rewind that?
The last time I believe they played them was in the playoffs 2 years ago when we lost.
Say? Let's see it again. It'll be the first Bills-Bengals game since Buffalo's 24-18 loss in Cincy 2 seasons ago. Is that not right?
It should. I guess so. I just know that they lost in the playoffs to Cincy here at Highmark. I thought that was 2 years ago. Anyway, and that was the last time we played. Remember, that was the DeMar Hamlin game 3 years ago against Cincy.
I can't remember. I'm tired. I can't remember anything right now. Okay. I can't remember sports like you can. I could call up Elliot right now and be like, what was the score of this game and what happened? And he would tell me.
He's a savant.
Some people have minds like that.
Yeah. Just little things like that. But yeah.
What'd you eat for dinner yesterday?
No clue. Or put it this way. If it's not on the calendar, it didn't happen. Or nor is it supposed to happen because it wasn't in here, right?
All right, in other sports news, the Buffalo Sabres are hoping that they'll be able to bounce back from that really ugly 6-2 loss against the Flames on Wednesday. The Sabres will be hosting the Chicago Blackhawks tonight here at home. They're up with a challenge, though. The Chicago is having some high-scoring forward Connor Bedard, the 20-year-old, has made 29 points so far in the regular season, which puts him up in the top 5 of the NHL stats leaderboard. Tonight's game starts at 7 o'clock at KeyBank Center.
Okay.
But the Flames, they tied it 2-2, and then they let up 4 goals in the third period. So they won 2 games before that, so hopefully they can get back on a winning streak. They're very, very low right now in the rankings, but they're not that many points out of a playoff spot right now if playoffs were today.
Okay.
All right, stay with us. Ice at Canal Side and other fun holiday things. We'll talk about that coming up after the break. All right, today is the premiere of Wicked, which people across the country are looking forward to. And here at home, I know, we're going to the Bills. I'm saying that nationwide, we've got the Wicked premiere today. But tomorrow is the premiere of the Holiday Touchdown, the Bills Holiday Touchdown movie that we've all been waiting for and been thinking about for so long. It's called Holiday Touchdown, A Bills Love Story. It airs tomorrow night at 8 on the Hallmark Channel.
Hey, there's Ray Davis. He got a birthday touchdown yesterday.
He did. I don't know why we're showing pictures instead of actually showing video.
It's all right.
It's okay, though. You can imagine.
These were back in happier times. Right? This was back in the summer when there was... Okay, I won't say. Just there we got Jim Kelly. We got, there's Reed,
Thurman Thomas. The legends are all in it. They shot the movie in the summer, used so many local people for extras. They used Highmark Stadium. They went to Barville. They went to Vidler's, East Aurora. So now we will finally see it all come together for this Hallmark movie. It's airing tomorrow on the Hallmark Channel at 8 p.m. But then starting on Sunday, you can stream it anytime that you'd like to on Hallmark Plus.
Gotcha.
I'm really looking forward to that.
I bet you are. You have it. You've got it pinned to see it.
It's in the calendar, and and I've got people who I'll watch it with who will probably cry during it too. But it's gonna
crying because of the love lost, or the fact that boy, the Bills were Super Bowl favorites when we filmed this.
Yeah. It's more fun watching the Bills in this type of movie rather than the movie that we're seeing on the field.
10 days. Guess what? We played Pittsburgh. We beat Pittsburgh. All is right with the world. Okay.
Okay.
We just got to get out of this Friday funk.
I love this new Patrick.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're on for 4.5 straight hours.
No, you don't even know what you're saying anymore.
Right. Anyway, yeah, positivity for next Sunday.
Okay. Something else that might put you in the Christmas spirit besides this Hallmark movie is the Botanical Gardens and ice skating at Canal Side. Botanical Gardens because there's poinsettias, but the ice skating at Canal Side, that all starts today. And it's more than just ice skating down there. Daybreak's Natalie Foss has more.
Well, in just a few hours, the ice behind me is going to be filled with eager skaters who have been waiting very patiently for the ice at Canal Side to open for the season. It opens today at 1 in the afternoon. It's going to be all of your Canal Side ice favorites, including bumper cars, the ice train, curling, and ice bikes. Those will all be back. They're also going to be continuing their festive Fridays, including a bandit celebration night, 2 silent discos, and a new K-pop Demon Hunters night. Special event Saturdays will also be returning. There's going to be a Bills Mafia skate, a Sabres night, and Ice Fest will be taking place on January 30th. Opening weekend is packed full of fun activities, and we recently spoke to Lauren Ford, who's the general manager of the Buffalo Waterfront. She told us that there's so many special events happening just in the next 3 days.
Saturday, we're working with the Hallmark movie to do a little celebration for the announcement and the debut of that movie. And then on Sunday, we're actually partnering with Shays for Wicked, and we're doing a special promotions around Wicked that day. So something for everybody. If Bills fans come out, and then if you're a Shays ticket fan holder, we encourage you to come out on Sunday too.
And today on the ice to celebrate opening night, there'll be fireworks, a special ice lighting, and of course, the ice train will be making its way back onto the ice for its second season. The ice will be open every single day from now until the end of the winter season, except for on Mondays when they're doing some ice maintenance, making sure that it's up to par for all of those skaters out there. You can find the full list of events happening at the ice at Canal Side on our website, WGRZ.com. On your side at Canal Side, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
So what does the Canal Side Ice and Sesame Street have in common?
The Snuffleupagus.
The one feature that we never quite actually see.
We've been talking about it for 2 seasons now. We've never actually seen it.
The train.
The ice train. What the heck is an ice train?
Snuffleupagus for many, many years was the mythical friend of Big Bird, and we never saw him until. But now we want to see the ice train. I'm sure it's fun.
Yes, I do want to see the ice train. I'm also curious, is Snuffleupagus, is it like Lozenger to me? The whole time I've always thought it was Snuffleupagus.
We had this debate. I
But
thought it
you
was
call it
snuffleupagus.
No, with the F,
Snuffleupagus.
And I say snuffleupagus.
Oh, that's all wrong.
That's right.
That's all.
We're going to blame
Where did
Phyllis
you
for
grow
that
up?
one, too.
Anyway, so the canal side's the place to be. It looks like it's a lot of fun. And if you find the ice train, let us know what it's like.
Yeah, take a picture, send it to us, and we promise we'll put it on the air, and we'll believe you when you show it to us. Santa Claus, Snuffleupagus, and the ice train.
There we go.
Weather-wise?
So, yeah, kind of murky out there today. And the weekend looks pretty dry, pretty quiet. Yeah, there's a lot of mist out there.
Oh, yuck.
I did, you know.
Is it going to be misting all day, or are we going to
Well,
dry
okay,
time?
so a cold front's moving through right now, and that's kind of triggering some of this. I don't think it's going to be as misty in the afternoon, but it's going to stay cloudy today, Melissa. Not a bright sunny day like we had yesterday.
But put up your lights, do your yard work
Yes.
this weekend, especially tomorrow is going to be better than Sunday.
Yes.
And then be sure to tune in to Daybreak and Channel 2 all week long next week as we prepare for holiday travel for Thanksgiving and the turkey trot and all of your traveling on Thanksgiving, because it's going to be changing from Wednesday to Thursday.
Wednesday to Thursday, yeah.
Okay, bye everybody. Have a great weekend.